Let's go for the flow. Flow, oh. Like a optional line. Nice.
Welcome to SilverStar. This is a longer video covering days 2, 3 and 4 of the PMBI Level 2 Air course that I attended here. It's full of nuggets of great information and insight into the process behind learning to teach as a certified mountain bike instructor. While I definitely encourage you to watch this entire video, you can skip ahead to certain points of interest indicated by the timestamps in the video description below. So sit back, grab some popcorn, and enjoy the riding and learning.
I got a little spicy.
Yeah.
Kind of forced spiciness is like, alright, I'm in.
Second day of PMBI course. Sun's out. It's good. And the owners of the place have already left, so I guess it's up to us to lock up. Nice. Somebody built a little kicker over there. Of course, no riding in the village. Let's get into our lessons. Okay. Oh.
Everybody awake?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Nice little spot over there just by the gondola that we're going to go set up that little slalom course so we can practice taking it a bit quicker. We'll start nice and slow. I'll give you guys a demo once we get over there.
While the first day was all about finding our riding legs, from the second day onwards, it was all about taking turns within our group of 6 candidates to practice teach. Andrea, Pete, Nick, Simon, Jeff and myself all took turns at little lessons focusing on the skill of a maneuver with critique and discussion at the end of each, led by our course instructor, Andrew. It would be fair to say that along the way, we were also refining our riding skills as riders, as we were introduced to more concepts and ideas and applied them right away on the trail. I felt more relaxed than in the zone as a rider as the lessons progressed here in SilverStar.
It's a nice stopping spot here.
Yeah. Sweet, that worked out well. There's some nice little tight turns in there. You guys did a really good job of changing that direction really quickly. And one other thing that we can do, the objective is to make it a little bit more fun. One thing we do is we enter the berm a little bit earlier in the lower spine. We'll try to square it off. So coming in nice and low, then using that aggressive technique that we had to change direction really quickly.
While we're driving there, on the way to our trailhead, since we got a little more waves, just play with moving your butt around the back side of your bike, like a banana peel.
Okay.
We're focusing on direction control. By all of me so far telling you guys is by moving your hips around in a banana shape. I looked back and everybody was turning without even steering their handlebars. So for this first section of this trail, we're gonna try to turn every corner and get to the bottom without steering with our handlebars. We're gonna be steering with our hips and with our bodies. All right, let's do that. We'll regroup down at the bottom at the next road. guys thinking about what you need to do as a rider. Especially beginner riders often get fixated on turning the handlebars too much. But with the proper placement inside the corner, with the proper rotation, not only just your hips, but also your shoulders, your head, your chin, your knees, everything needs to point. So we all have this banana movement, everybody do it.
Yeah.
It's not hips side to side like this. It's a nice half moon. If it was a full moon, we'd get kicked out of the bike park. Just joking.
Oh, quick yet. Phew!
Right to the mark. Pull off the trail, Andrea. Let's completely get off the trail. Okay, so how did that feel being looser? You actually saw the object you were going to hit, right? Because we were scanning. And did you feel like your body was a little bit looser?
Yeah,
Were you being bounced around as much as when you were stiff, or did it feel a little bit better?
much better.
A little bit better? Do you feel like you could go a little faster now that you're being light and loose?
Yes.
Yeah, another thing that we could touch on, it's kind of a different lesson, but we're kind of preparing to do a harder technical trail and to break in the zones where we're not being loose. We're going to kind of be loose over the roots and whatnot, and then we can be ready to break in those other zones. But that's kind of getting us ready for that next step. So I guess the way we could progress this is we could try to go a little bit faster, absorb, use your scanning, and just try to make that bike light and think of your body as a shock absorber. Like top white.
Yoo-hoo-hoo-hoo!
That was it, 3? Yeah, there's some G's at the end there. Yeah, that's all that.
Yeah.
Right on. Yeah, bud.
That's pretty sick.
Sweet. They even color their berms funky colors out here. The wall rides in Vernon.
Like a circus. Oh, wow. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Oh, man.
Sick, Wilson!
Oh, man, that was awesome. Whoa. Dusty. Woo. Hot, coming in hot. 1 foot. Yeah. Woo. Oh. Nice. Oh.
Oh yeah!
Inside. Oh man.
Did you see that? I went way too far off that.
Woohoo.
I thought it was like last year. Yeah. I always struggled to clear it.
Was it a step down?
So they changed it. Jeez,
Sick ride. That's pretty cool.
so there's the step up. See guys how there's a left line and a right line?
Yeah, I've scoped that out from the chairlift.
Yeah.
Step down as well.
If you're carrying speed, the left line is good. And even if you case it slightly, it's not. It's a pretty mellow knuckle.
Okay.
Okay.
ran out.
As the day went on, I could feel the confidence building as I learned to get to higher speeds by trusting the trail more and more and start hitting the corners and jumps faster. It's really important to manage this aspect of bike park riding carefully by picking the trail features that encourage this build-up of confidence progressively.
Guys are flying.
Wilson, I think you should have hit the left of that step up.
Yeah.
Did you almost monster into a tree?
Yeah, I went far left. Oh shit. I ran into the gravel a bit, then I brought it back.
Practicing jumps was the highlight of the course for me. By riding blue trails at SilverStar, like Jedi Mind Trick and Shazam, our group really dialed in our technique over the 3 days of practice teaching. 2 things I want to point out that can really help supercharge the learning process, especially when it comes to jumps: repeatability and the quality of the track build. The tracks at SilverStar are really well built, and it was a relative luxury to be able to hop on a chairlift and do multiple laps of the same set of jumps during a single ride.
Go, 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 go.
So the idea of one jump leading into the next is actually quite interesting, and you can see from this example here, the rollers kind of got me because I didn't manage to hit the first few properly, and so I couldn't maintain the momentum and the speed to clear the subsequent ones. So I think this is a really good example of how not being 100% confident can actually affect an entire run. Yeah, but still it's a good study.
So sick.
Didn't really work. I couldn't pump. Once I missed the first one,
Yeah.
it's hard to get back, you know.
The mojo.
Yeah.
What's that?
Oh no, it's like the bunch of rollers, the series. If you miss the first one, it's a bit hard to get back on. Oh, what a day, what a lovely day. So third day at PMBI level 2 instructors course here, and the weather has moved in. There's a lot of fog, you can hardly see. Let's head down to the village, grab some breakfast, maybe check out the bike shop since we're a little bit early today. In the village, and it's pretty cold. Just had my morning hot chocolate, and I'm gonna head indoors now. Hopefully everybody else is in there. Just coming to the rental shop here.
Apart from practical lessons, there is also a theory component to the PMBI syllabus. Discussions about the local trails, guiding principles, suspension setup, and our own personal experiences as instructors, guides, and bike park staff made for an interesting lesson indoors, led by Andrew, especially undercover from the rainy weather this morning. But soon, sure enough, it was time to head back out onto the trails again, in the wet this time.
It stopped raining. It's a wet day today. Woo.
Did you start the gondola for us? Oh, that'd be sweet. They won't even let us put the bikes up your pockets on them. Bikes.
Getting wet again.
Is this thing pretty waterproof?
Yeah, pretty much Gore-Tex. So it'll do.
That houdini that you were wearing yesterday isn't too waterproof.
No, it's more like just
A windbreaker.
a windbreaker. Yeah, it kind of maxes out.
They're super light though, which is nice. You
Yeah,
can stuff
yeah.
it in your pocket.
Pete's gone all out, man. He's got like the fluorescent everything.
That's awesome.
It's really cool.
People would look at it and be like, what is this guy doing on this mountain? Like, can he even bike?
Either fishing or hunting, not biking.
For sure. Wouldn't expect it.
Keep the goggles on just to stay warm. Whew. Thanks, guys.
Sliding down the roof.
Getting a bit of space. Just rolling stuff.
But now let's get into that kind of feeling of absorbing lips with a couple of feet before your front wheel is at the lip. You're going to be then going arms and legs. I'm going to talk you through this jump. And then we're going to get into it. So, coming from back here, we've got our approach. Cool, this is when we're going to think about how we want to be, speeds we're doing. And then we've got what we call the ramp. This is where we're going to be making moves in order to, this is where it's all going to happen, this is where the magic's going to happen. It's all about what happens here. And then we have what we call the lip. So we're going to be looking at this lip for thinking about the timing of the magic. Cool. With me if you like.
One behind.
Across the top here we've got the table. You can see what we can do is actually just use the table as well. We can roll across it. And we can also, if we're doing any jumps, we can land on it as well, and it's totally cool. Sweet. We've got the knuckle, where the ground sort of changes and goes a little bit downhill, and you have like the backside of the ramp where you could also use to land or you roll down. Cool. So that's this is our feature that we're using, and that's what we're using it for, each one of those parts.
Ooh. Nice and strong.
Yeah,
On
good
the
position.
lip, the face of the jump.
What do we see? Centered. Timing was good.
Oh man, it's cold. Just have lunch here. Got some pizza, hot drink. It's free of charge from the Bulldog if you're a guest there, so that helps keep me warm. And I bought a bit of extra food as well. Like you can just look at my pack. I bought like extra Cliff Bars in there, so because in cold weather you might use up more calories. So getting more food on the trail keeps you filled up instead. Yeah. Let's try and get inside and keep warm. Some steeps. Woo!
wasn't very slow.
Oh, the rubble going on. I'll give it a go.
I was on full front squeeze there and I was just rolling. We just wet brakes. Yeah. Couldn't skid either.
What really stood out to me during this course was that the lessons carried on, rain or shine. So we actually had to do our lessons even in bad weather, even in rainy weather. And once the sun came out and the rain stopped, we had to deal with clouds of mosquitos on the trail. So it's a little bit like army outfield, where you're on exercise regardless of the conditions. And I think I was pretty comfortable, kind of enjoyed it. It kind of reminded me of my days back in the army. But back to the lessons, it was swell. We had a great time riding in the wet, and the trails feel really different. Actually more grippy than you'd imagine, you know, because the dust dies down and it becomes actually more tacky, up to a point, of course, and then it gets more slippery again.
Woo! Wet. Roll the rock. Oh, wet bum. Ah! Damn it! Why are there Christmas trees all over the place?
Just in the winter ski season.
Oh, okay.
People decorate them.
Oh, okay.
Like families, they'll bring their kids and decorate them.
Oh, alright. I can see. Okay.
Hey Nick, I think your absorb was just a little bit late there. I think your absorption was just a little bit late there. So maybe just come a little bit slower and just try to get that timing just a little bit right. Alright. Good job though.
So don't forget that we don't have to tell people to not press. As we use this more and more and focus on it more, it'll just kind of disappear. But think, rather than trying to get pop and distance, soak it up and get your bike down there. You know, that sort of feeling, that's it, right?
Ooh.
Really hard press. She seemed she was a little off center to the back, so when she absorbed, her front came up.
Yeah, she went a bit forwards, backwards then, but I would just say, just do that again and give yourself a lot more time to set up.
Yeah, he got the push. The absorb was more of an absorb and back. I think he was a little.
Yeah.
Maybe let me play that.
Okay.
Good. Go for it.
Yep.
As you're going, you didn't really actually move the bike forward
Yeah,
at all.
sure.
You kind of just rode over it.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like you
Just letting it
Kind
fall.
of just let it go. So I just want you to just exaggerate a bit. I just want you to push the bike forward.
Okay, sure. All right.
You want to give it one more try?
I'll give it another try here.
So yeah, so a couple of us are starting to manual and stuff, and we want to get away from that. What I'm going to do is we're going to move to this drop here, and I'm going to give you guys a demo of that, and then we're going to try that. All right, so I'm coming in neutral, push, and absorb. Do you guys see how my knees kind of came up and the bike came up under me? You're allowing that bike to absorb, and you're not staying really rigid in your legs as you do that, all right? And that's why we're coming in nice and tall, so that we have that movement in our legs. All right? Do you guys want to give that a try?
Brrr, brrr. What a day. You make sure that the bike's clean before I actually bring it back into the house. I know I've cleaned it once, but just making my way through this parking lot here, tires are getting dirty right now. Hopefully the ride up the road will clean it out a little bit. Try to look for puddles to splash through. Oh, a cold day today on day 3 of our PMBI course. But I think lots of learnings and practice teaching was had. So it was a good day. Looking forward to dinner with the boys. Oh. Finally, get into some dry footwear and then go on in. Very narrow staircase here. Really nasty. Jacket's pretty wet. I'm gonna have to clean that off. And the Henty Enduro backpack. Very dirty. Just gonna make sure these shoes are dry, so I might find some newspaper and soak it. Helmet and goggles, big mess, so that's going in the bathtub as well. Alright, let's get this stuff. Let's empty all these items and get everything cleaned.
Maybe just some more water after your convenience.
No worries.
Man, look at that. That is huge. Glad I asked for the chicken top up. It's awesome, yeah. Bon appetit, guys.
Bon appetit.
Yeah. Alright, so that's the end of our 3rd day here. On to the 4th day. Alright, let's see what happens then. Let's go back here.
Pretty quick and easy. Yeah. Is that the wet or the dry stuff?
I don't know. That's what was in my bag.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I use that stuff all the time. It's awesome.
Not wet or dry.
And it smells good too.
It does smell good, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Smells tropical. More loop. Maintenance. Holy rust.
Yeah, so much
Never been
rust.
this rusty. Helmets on.
We're doing it, man.
Sit down all the way.
Whoa!
Wide handlebars going on. You guys are down with your low and lead with regards to roll downs. I've seen you guys do it and you do it really well. So let's get past that stage and go to an actual like getting air under the wheels. All right. So that's the deck where the wood is, and I'm just gonna land on the dirt beyond that. And the idea is that I want to get both wheels to take off and land at the same time. Okay, I do not want the front wheel to go then the back wheel. It has to be both wheels at the same time. So the way I do that is to roll up at a jogging speed. Okay. So as my front wheel approaches the edge of the deck, it starts to, the press finishes and the bike starts to feel light. Okay, so then the front wheel is in the air, it doesn't drop down straight away. It gets up there and it's just, and I'm also carrying enough speed such that the back wheel can follow the trajectory of the front wheel. And what do you see? Landing both wheels. Okay, jogging speed. Okay, yep. So just to the two of you gentlemen, there's quite a strong push going on. So you can actually see the wheels leaving the deck and then coming down. Okay, all right, good. Front wheel leaves and then the back wheel leaves. Okay, Pete, that was good. Did everyone see Pete's example over there? Yep. Okay, Simon, that was well done, yeah? Okay, so the three of you over there, you can see how what these two guys did is slightly different from what you guys are doing, yeah? You want to make sure that there's not excessive pressure. If you excessive pressure, there's a lot of active pressure going on, and that both wheels actually leave the deck before the edge. Alright, I just want the front wheel to be in the air off the edge, that's all. Alright, so try to go a bit faster first. Going faster helps, so you can use less pressure. And the big ones. Thank you. Thanks. Just chilling out here. Shazam!
For this entire course, I felt that I actually learned more about cornering, or as much as I did learn about cornering as I did about drops and jumps. So learning to trust the corners, trust the dirt, really paid well into the rest of the trip coming up. So a little bit more about repetition. We actually came up to this session of Shazam Trail quite a number of times. So doing the same jump over and over again just reinforces the teaching methodology as well as our own individual skill. So if it seems boring, well, it is, but in a way it's more helpful as well from a learning perspective as an instructor.
Same old spot. It's like, I know this place.
We should leave our bikes here, go for a small walk down.
Lunch. Let's try and see what's going on. My bike's actually in the shop now. It's getting a bit of a bleed because my Shimano brakes are just starting to fade. And lack of power. So at least get that sorted. Let's get into the pizza. Just cheap and good. Chicken and bacon. Good combination. Definitely like the crust. Yeah. You can hear the sound of that. Pepperoni. So I'm gonna have to drink lots of water after this. Here we are, back at the shop. Yeah, the brakes, man. I was like going down Shazam and like every berm like less and less brakes. I'm like, oh shit.
Oh, you can see the calorie of fluid there in the syringe as well.
It's all black?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Probably time for it. It's probably time for a bleed.
Yeah. Luckily it's the last day of our birthday. There's bubbles going on, I don't know.
I wonder if there's a...
I'm not sure if it's like the seals or anything.
Yeah, I wonder if there's a seal starting to go.
Because I just blacked the brakes not long ago actually. So
Yeah, and they should be holding for a while there.
Yeah. Was it something like in here? Or...
Yeah, well that's what I was...
Like there was a ton of bubbles as soon as I pushed it and then nothing.
Yeah, so it's like, I wonder if one of the seals is starting to go.
Okay, now just with the brakes, the feeling of the brakes is much better now, so thank goodness. The lever was going all the way to the bar earlier, so now it's At least it's there, it's gonna get me through the rest of the course. And next week, hopefully. Weather is bad outside now. I don't know if we get anything done on the last half of our lesson for the last day. Let's see. It's coming down, man. It's coming down. Alright, into the wet.
That didn't happen until after lunch at least, so we're not just like sitting soggy.
Yeah.
That's the worst when it's an all day and you go to lunch and have to come back out and you're already wet.
Bye, Ryder!
One more.
Many times up and down this road, this trail. Many times. Alright, I'll go.
To be honest.
Yeah, I was kind of like pretty mellow. Yeah. Wasn't as active as I could be.
Yeah, for sure. So you wanna feel that bike kind of engaging into the ground. You wanna a little bit more dig as the jump as it starts to incline up. You'll feel that pressure.
I did get some air though, like a little bit.
You did for sure, yeah. Speed probably was helping you get a little lift off there, but to improve it, I just add a little bit more pressure and just focus on that. Next rider. Let's get the next rider. Come on down. I feel like that kind of all happened a little bit too soon. The press and the absorb almost.
But so he made a really powerful, active suck.
Yeah, it felt a little late.
Because he didn't want to overshoot it and he wanted to show a demo of landing on the top, so he was coming in fast.
So it was more
So
absorbed
like
than anything?
Absorbed like crazy, so yeah.
Okay.
Should have thrown your bike
So nice absorb phase there, Pete.
That was fine, it was good. If some student did that, you're like, okay, you manage that really well, I'd probably say, take it easy, slow down a bit.
little bit. Yeah. Come on in, Simon!
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Definitely in the air, I feel like you weren't really relaxed at all. You were kind of straight out on your bike like that. I feel that might happen because you might have pulled back on your bars a little bit and tried to put your feet down, or there's kind of just something weird going on there. I think that's what happened.
Yeah, I'd say you're right. It's got a little back.
Yeah, so just working on when you're applying the pressure.
Well, no, if your feedback's got a little back, then
Feedback would just be try to have an equal force into both tires.
Beautiful, yeah.
Using your hands and your legs.
Yeah. You know, sometimes just the feeling's enough. It's like, let's be centered. Let's try it again. You don't want to be going to backsides of a jump this big right away at that speed, because it's really that the speed is going to make it the timing harder.
Okay.
That's why jumps get harder as you need to go bigger. It's because you have to deal with the speed of doing things more precise timing. Cool. But thoughts? Anything else?
Yeah, it was a good progression. Just the one thing with the demo, just go a little bit slower.
Sweet, for sure. Yeah, especially my second one, I just like
sent it.
Full on just dumped it.
Yeah. Now this is definitely like the hardest part of all these maneuvers, and it's like that. Okay, now we're going to add a press. By the way, it's a press. It's not a pressure. You know, it's a pressing move. Hey, Wilson.
Oi. What's up?
Remind me to show you that. Well, you can see it now. So watch what I mean.
The heels.
Yeah, I put my heels down.
Yep.
I can get super low through everything.
Yep.
Alright, you see how it's still strong?
Yep.
If I broke really hard now, it's really pushing muscles through my legs.
Yep.
As opposed to this happening. See, I've lost strength.
Your back heel is up actually.
But don't worry about my heels, look at the knees and hips.
Or the knees start to rock forward.
Yeah, I'm weak.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like just letting it adjust enough so that you can still stay strong.
Sure.
So the way to do it is making sure you push your hips back
Yeah.
so that your knees don't roll forward. That's one way to feel it.
Yeah, I got it, man. Oh, so wet.
Cool, so yeah.
A quick picture in front of the SilverStar sign with all of us.
Sure.
Just yeah.
Whew. Okay, bike is cleanish. I'm sure you'll look dirty. You know how bikes are always like when you spray them down, they look clean, and then when it dries up, it starts to. Yeah, it starts to.
It looks like we did nothing.
Yeah, that's right. There's that weird thing going on.
You have to put it in like a bike bag now?
Yeah, I'm flying tomorrow. Yeah, so we'll have to. We'll see. We'll dry it up in the house and see what happens. Okay, just gonna get the water out of the rear triangle. Shake it out. As usual, that's the thing. Just need a Yeti. Then I'm gonna bring it to the shop. Get the rear tire replaced. Whew. Yeah, so just had some feedback from Andrew, and definitely gonna take away a lot from today's, well, the past 4 days course. It's still raining over here, my bike's in the shop. I can just chill for the rest of the day. Maybe go for a bit of a ride tomorrow with the new tire on. So I'll catch you then. What's up, gang? Just trudging home. Probably gonna fix up dinner, have a early night, get back to some video editing. Bought a couple of things from the pro shop down at the village. First of all, a little souvenir sticker, the SilverStar Bike Park sticker. You can see it's right next to the Medina one. And secondly, you can see over here is a pair of G-form elbow pads. So I'm going to be making use of that. They fit slightly better than the yellow color pads which I have, which are not actually elbow pads but shin pads for kids. So the proper sized elbow pads here would definitely come in handy, I hope, for our Trans BC first ever attempt, or first taste of the Trans BC, I should say. Alright, homewards on.